bad shape.
My bad. And he's a Raider. But
he was he was doing a Notre Dame game, and I was like, put this man down somewhere in a medical tent. He needs sleep.
But he was a trash GM. He drafted Charles Rogers. Come on.
And Mike Williams and Roy Williams.
I mean, we all bought into the Mike Williams hype and the Roy Williams hype. Shut your ass up.
Once I saw him run that
Shut
40,
your ass
I was
up.
like, no.
Shut your ass up.
No.
You know your little fifth grade ass was excited.
Nope.
To see Mike Williams back in the league.
I was excited about Sean Cody, but I was like, nope, this is not going to work out. This is Maurice Claret all over again.
It was the same year.
I was smart enough to know it. I was like, it's not going to work out for him.
I was smart enough to know the future. I'm an oracle.
I really am. And I let Keith have that name, but I predicted a lot of stuff and just, you know what? I'm not going to claim credit for that just yet. But yeah, I knew that Mike Williams situation wasn't going to turn around, especially when he couldn't run a 4.5, especially when he ballooned up to 280.
Shout out to Calvin Benjamin.
I'm glad Madden didn't show him at 280.
I just want to see.
Now he's a head coach for Diamond Bar High School or something.
I just want to see Calvin Benjamin and Andy Reid go head up in the eating contest.
Imagine those two walking into a barbecue, like a local barbecue.
And your ribs are just
and shutting
shaking.
down the brisket. The brisket is just all the fat's falling off. Your meat is the mere utterance and sound of them walking in.
Breathing all hard.
I think Kelvin Benjamin was wearing 81, so good for him.
But yeah, man. So we started with the good with Reggie McKenzie. So I'll pass it to you for the bad.
I do this not because I enjoy it.
No,
but
you
because
enjoy
it's
it.
necessary.
Shut up. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. You just hate the fact that there's one less black executive in the NFL.
Honestly, remember what I said after that meme I posted after Marquette King got cut?
Yeah.
And that little conversation between him and Reggie that probably didn't happen, but probably did happen. I'm sorry, man. I wanted to retire Raider. It's okay. It's okay, King. But thank you for freeing me, Reggie. It's now you're free, Reggie. You don't have to put up with that bullshit anymore. Them undermining
and the
all your
fucked up
decisions.
part was dude pretty much passed on an interview for his dream job in Green Bay.
Bro, it's like if you stayed with the woman you're with and the woman of your dreams was finally ready to settle down with you. It's like you finally had a bid to go with the chick and you stay with your bum-ass girlfriend.
And then your bum-ass girlfriend breaks up with you 6 months later.
Nah,
leaves you out to dry, throws all your shit on the lawn.
Nah, bro, she was...
And was cheating on you the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point. She was getting destroyed by the postman and the pool boy. And she openly, liked your nemesis. She openly, gave...
So pretty much your girlfriend just wasn't shit.
Yeah. Your girlfriend might have... I can't even name names. Only I heard Dog College. We're not talking about anybody in particular. Don't think Pete's talking about his girlfriend because I don't want him to get murdered. At least before we get big and actually make money off this shit. But yeah, the biggest thing is the draft misses. Because if Reggie had kept making great decisions,
and Matt Flynn and Matt Schwab, don't let him get off with those. Remember when they were the future QB?
Why'd you have to say Matt?
And bringing back Greg Knapp. And Dennis Allen as a head coach.
And Greg Olson.
And Dennis Allen as a head coach.
Remember Jason Tarver was the defensive coordinator?
I actually like Jason Tarver.
Just because he was decent at Stanford. But, yeah, man, he passed on so much talent. He took Mario Edwards Jr., a guy who was a 5-star recruit, number 1 player in the nation, and has done virtually a little bit next to nothing. I think he has 3 sacks with the Giants, but he passed on Derrick Henry, which if you're going by the last game he played where he had 67 fantasy points in my league, but that guy had him on the bench, he'd be the perfect power back in Oakland. Derrick Henry. Passed on him. Deion Jones. A linebacker out of LSU, which for some reason they hate LSU defensive players. I don't know why. But they'll take fat-ass Vidal Alexander. Where's he at? Not in the league anymore. But you got a guy like Deion Jones who was damn near an All-Pro. Oh, and he runs like a 4.3 40.
Telvin Smith.
Telvin Smith. Oh yeah,
Chris Smith. Preston Smith.
All the goddamn Smiths.
I mean Chris Jones. Sorry.
Still,
Chris Smith too, though. I think there was a Chris Smith.
There wasn't a Chris Smith. They got Malcolm Smith, but Malcolm Smith for the cheap. That was about it. That was the best Smith that they got was Malcolm Smith.
Congrats! They got the most trash Super Bowl MVP in history.
They had Antonio Smith for a little bit. They had Antonio Smith, defensive end. He was a pretty decent tweener.
Oh yeah, the samurai.
They also had. Old boy out of Arizona, the defensive tackle, who went to Tennessee. Number 90. Damn it! Why am I forgetting his name?
Hankins, Rucker?
No. Dan something. He played for Tennessee. He played for the Arizona Cardinals. He was a first-round pick, like a 15th pick, I think.
Oh, Dan Williams.
There we go.
Diabetes, yeah.
Oh.
He really advocates against diabetes. He has diabetes.
Diabetes on the diaspora? That's foul. With the side of pickles, is that our title?
How did I forget about Dan Williams already? It was only like 2 years ago.
I'm saying.
He fell off a cliff. That's why.
Into a pile. Never mind. I was going to say never mind. I can't even finish it.
Shout out to Pot Rose Knighton, wherever he is.
Yeah. And Justin Tuck. Convincing Charles Woodson to come back.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Like,
we're really on the hate. We're on the hate. We moved past the love.
It's just, oh man. Let me put it to you like this. I counted it up. Reggie missed about 15 Pro Bowlers and about 5 All-Pro players. The fact that you don't get a DeAndre Hopkins or an Xavier Rhodes, proven commodities, or an Alec Ogletree, who could at least play outside linebacker. And by the way, he has like 6 interceptions this year. He's balling out. He had a 1 interception.
And we're not even talking about all the trades he didn't make.
Let's talk about all the trades he did make.
I already brought up Matt Schaub and Matt Flynn, and I don't want to do it again.
That was a signing.
That's already twice.
That was a signing. I mean, at least he didn't sign Josh Freeman. But I just...
You mean when he traded Carson Palmer for a 5th-round pick?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that he was the one who actually traded Carson Palmer to the Cardinals and gave up their first-round pick that year, who I think was a pretty good player. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, and we were naming off players earlier. I forgot to name off Tony Bergstrom and Stefan Wisniewski. They're still in the league.
Yeah, but Bergstrom, he was a bad fit. He was supposed to be a depth pick, but now he's actually starting somewhere. So good for him. But when I really think about it, it's like, man, he passed on a lot of talent. I think he passed on Everson Griffin at one point, and he passed on Danielle Hunter. Passed on Sharif Floyd.
Yeah, but he got hurt.
Yeah, but that beforehand. He passed, like I said, he passed on Le'Veon Bell. He, for some god-awful reason, kept drafting shitty linebackers. He drafted... Ben Heaney will always just make me mad. He was the best player on the worst team in the country. He was the first team all Big 12 selection at linebacker, ran a 4.5 but had no agility and couldn't cover.
I think ultimately his biggest mistake
was the safety positions.
Well, besides that,
Nate Allen. Oh God,
Nate Allen wasn't that bad.
Nate Allen was terrible.
No,
that's why
he
he got cut and they brought him back. His contract was.
He got hurt. He only played 6. He only played one game his first year. Caught a pick. Got hurt. Missed most of the year. His
contract was terrible. Bro.
His contract was terrible. He made $6 million. But guess what?
Reggie Nelson.
Guess what?
Reggie
the
Nelson?
Safety number 31's making $6 million.
Gilchrist.
Yeah.
But he's younger and actually can still.
And they gave that other corner from Tennessee, from Houston, a bunch of money, and then cut him halfway through the season.
A Houston corner?
Your boy from USC.
Sharice, right?
Yep.
Nah, but that don't count because he got cut in the preseason.
Yeah, but they gave him a shit ton of money for no reason. They gave him like $3 million for no reason.
I think it might have been Like, he had to, I think, have made the final roster to get that money.
And don't forget about Ron Bartel and Shante Spencer when they were our starting corners.
Wow. Why did you say that to me? I was trying to forget. I wasn't trying to slander Howard, but wow.
Austin Howard?
No, Ron Bartel went to
Howard. Shit. I forgot about that. Don't forget about the time when we let Jared Valdir walk and Lamar Houston walk to sign Roger Saffold, who failed a physical, and we didn't end up signing him and ended up with Austin Howard.
And was stuck with him for a long time.
And don't forget about Marshall Newhouse and the Marshall Newhouse before Marshall Newhouse. What was the dude's name? He played with Seattle the next year. Journeyman. Jamarcus Webb?
Jamarcus Webb played for the Bears. And Mike Tice is
offensive
line coach.
But then he went to
he went somewhere else.
He went to Seattle after. Yeah, he went to Seattle after us to play with Tom Cable. But yeah, man, Reggie McKenzie had a lot of misses. He had some good stuff.
And I'm forgetting a lot of the people. I'm forgetting a lot of their names out of respect.
Man, and
there's about 50 people that Reggie McKenzie passed on that would have made this a Super Bowl caliber roster.
I think the biggest error he made, I feel like, was being complacent.
And his stupid ass rule on, we can create a linebacker. We don't have to go get the best available one. I think
ultimately something happened to where he didn't.
John Gruden used his own failures against him to usurp power from him.
Exactly. And I feel like Reggie McKenzie should have seen that coming. And because I don't know what to believe. On one hand, there was a whole PR of him saying basically this was always part of the plan, getting John Gruden and selling it, saying that they're on the same page and they work together. But then here we are 13 weeks later.
It's like the Montreal screw job.
So I don't really know what happened. All I can say is Reggie McKenzie should have seen this coming. Just knowing who John Gruden is and knowing that Mark Davis is slowly becoming.
He's Palpatine, and let's be honest, Gruden is Anakin Skywalker killing all the younglings.
So yeah, man, Reggie McKenzie should have seen it coming. I think he just assumed because he changed so much with the organization that he'd be safe. But your
black ass is never safe. But that's just
even besides that.
That's not even the point. I
think he should have known just by kind of what happened with Del Rio. It's like
Del Rio was your guy.
It's not enough to just be good enough. Like, especially with that power hungry team that's trying to go through a transitional phase, like they're
prepping for Vegas. They're tanking for Vegas.
They needed to make a move, and they needed a scapegoat really, and then they needed to make a move.
And Derek Carr is he's being operated on. He's Frankenstein. They're turning him into Frankenstein.
Last point on the Raiders, man. We don't even know where the fuck they're gonna play next year. They don't even know where the fuck they're gonna play.
They have options, and should I reveal?
Bro, someone said the Glendale Raiders. Somebody said the Fresno Raiders. Somebody said the IE Raiders. I've heard the San Diego Raiders. I've heard the LA Raiders. Have you heard
the Sabrani Park Raiders?
Reno Raiders. I've heard
the Richmond Raiders.
Yeah. Anyways, point is,
I can keep going.
Raiders are getting sued by the city of Oakland, essentially saying that
they dealt in bad faith.
Yeah, exactly.
Horrible bad faith.
Even though the city of Oakland kept choosing the A's over the Raiders for like 10 years.
And they swore the A's were never actually going to concede that space to the Raiders. They were just kind of holding it hostage.
And I think the mayor doesn't want her legacy to be defined by losing both the Raiders and the Warriors.
Her legacy is already cemented, like all the police brutality that goes on out there and all the.
I mean, that's not new there though.
Innocent black people that get killed out there.
That's not new there.
Fuck Bart, by the way, and
that's
Oakland PD.
There.
I said it. I shouldn't say that right when I'm going out to Oakland next week, but fuck Bart PD.
Idiot.
I don't care. I know they know how I feel. But yeah, it's like. So much politics and so much. It just turned into
bullshit.
It turned into a dick measuring contest. And then it turned into a pissing contest to see, okay, we have these two plans. One that's pro